Hello friends and welcome to lesson number 7. We are studying the agri sector policy and this is the ninth video of this particular lesson. We will study direct benefit transfer in this particular video, friends, especially focusing on how direct benefit transfer can replace the food subsidy, that is the subsidy that we give on the PDS, food grains that we distribute. Let us start. First of all, let us understand what is the concept and mechanism of DBT, right? So DBT is basically direct benefit transfer, okay? Meaning that the cash equivalent of the subsidy is directly transferred in the bank account of the beneficiary. Instead of giving a price subsidy, we transfer the equivalent amount of money in the bank account of the beneficiary. So that is the theoretical concept. So DBT involves transferring subsidies directly to the beneficiary's bank accounts instead of providing in-kind benefits, okay, that is subsidized grains through PDS. So for example, if the market price of rice is say 25 rupees per kg and the government provides it at rupees 2 per kg, so 23 rupees per kg is the price subsidy that the government is paying. But this 23 rupees is hidden because the government is providing directly the rice to the farmers, that is in kind subsidy at the subsidized rate. So this 23 rupees is hidden. People don't see this. So now what is happening is that in the DBT, the government will not provide any rice through the PDS at 2 rupees per kg, but government will give 23 rupees per kg to the family. So for example, in a family, if there are say 5 members, and the entitlement is 5 kg per month, right? So 5 kg per month meaning 25 kg is the entitlement of that family. So instead of giving this 25 kg of rice, the government will give 25 multiplied by 23 rupees, okay? So this much rupees the government will give to that family per month. So that is a direct benefit transfer scheme. What is the objective? To enhance efficiency. See, obviously if the money is being transferred, it can happen through digital means, through a click of the button, and we don't need to have the infrastructure like godowns and transportation and FPS shops and where so many leakages and diversion happens. So it will obviously increase the efficiency, it will reduce leakages, it will empower beneficiary with choice. Now choice meaning, see, if the family is getting this money instead of the rice, so it can purchase some other thing also, like it can purchase fruits, it can purchase some other nutritious items or other thing which it needs. So it gives family the choice to purchase whatever it wants from the market. But then obviously we need the supply side also. So this can create demand for things, but there has to be sufficient supply also, so that the prices are not volatile, the prices are fixed in the market. So that is another challenge that we are going to see. Okay, now mechanism in food subsidy, how it can work in the food subsidy. Beneficiaries receive cash equivalent to subsidy. Difference between the market price and PDS price, it we have seen this rupees 25 and 2 rupees, right? So this 23 rupees is the difference to purchase food grains directly from the open market, and this can be backed by the JAM Trinity, Jandhan account, Aadhaar and mobile. So through digital technology this is possible. Jandhan meaning it ensures banking access. Over 50 crore accounts have been opened by 2023. Aadhaar, it links bank account for targeted transfers, reducing ghost beneficiaries. And mobile number to facilitate transaction alerts and digital literacy. Okay, so this is how it works. Pilot implementation has been tried in Chandigarh and Puducherry and Dadra and Nagar Haveli also. They have tested the DBT for food subsidies from 2015 to 18. Now, what is the policy context behind it? What is the economic thought behind it? The DBT aligns with the economic survey of 2015-16 recommendation to replace in-kind subsidies with cash transfers for efficiency. Food subsidy bill, which is about 2.5 lakh crore in 23-24, necessitates cost-effective alternatives. Okay, because we are spending huge amount in this, and we want that there should not be leakages, there it should be efficiently transferred. So we are thinking about doing it in a DBT mode. Let us focus on some key data here. So DBT disbursed around 6.3 lakh crore across 300 plus schemes by 2024. For example, in Manrega, directly the wages are transferred to the account. In rural housing also, directly the money under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is transferred to the beneficiary account. DBT, Bharat portal is used. Food subsidy pilots in Chandigarh showed 20 to 30% reduction in leakages. Okay, so the Chandigarh model, the Chandigarh pilot project shows that there is 20 to 30% reduction in leakages because of this. So see, if 1 rupee was going and out of this say only 50 paisa was reaching, so meaning there was 50% of leakages here. So 20 to 30%, even if it is reduced and at least from 1 rupee, it will reach 70 or 80 paisa to the beneficiary. So efficiency will increase obviously. Advantages of DBT. What are the various advantages? Let us see. The first one is obviously reduced leakages. Then beneficiary gets a choice. Then lower administrative cost. This we know because FPS shops will reduce, mechanism will reduce, monitoring mechanism will reduce, and you won't need transportation, storage, and all those things. And economic empowerment will also happen. Let us see how. So reduce leakages because it eliminates intermediaries, FPS transporters. They are prone to diversion. 30 to 40% leakage in PDS pre-Aadhaar. So before Aadhaar was implemented, there was 30 to 40% leakages even at the level of even at the stage of transportation and FPS only. And DBT ensures benefit reaches the genuine beneficiaries through Aadhaar link transfers. Then beneficiary choice. So as we have told that they have choice to purchase whatever they want, different kind of food items like pulses, vegetables from the open market beyond PDS grains, addressing nutritional gaps. Then administrative cost is also lowered because there is reduced storage, transportation, distribution cost. FCI spends almost 5 to 6 rupees per kg on logistics. So this will obviously reduce. Chandigarh pilot shows that 15% cost savings compared to PDS because there is no need to store and transport and all those things. Then economic empowerment, it boosts local market, encouraging competition and quality. Okay, and supports financial inclusion via Jan account. So this is how economic empowerment of the community happens. What are the various challenges to DBT? Inflation exposure. So cash transfer expose beneficiary to market price volatility. This I told you in the beginning. There is always a demand and supply side. So if we give money to the people, obviously the demand will increase, but at the same time there should be proper supply also. Supply chain should also be there. Example, food inflation at 8 to 10% in 2023. Unlike PDS, which fixes price at ₹3 for rice and ₹2 for wheat, DBT requires periodic adjustment of transfer amounts. Okay, so it is not very easy administratively also because the market price fluctuates on a daily basis, on a monthly basis. So what amount of subsidy will be transferred to the beneficiary account will also fluctuate, and it is difficult to get such data and then again transfer such huge amount to huge number of beneficiaries. There is digital divide also. Limited banking access in rural areas. Only 60% of rural households have active bank accounts as per the RBI report of 2022. There is low digital literacy and it hinders mobile based transactions. Okay, so if you give money to the people in their bank account, but it is difficult for them to withdraw that money and use that money because their banking facilities are not available. Exclusion risks are also there. Aadhaar authentication failures due to connectivity or biometric issues exclude vulnerable groups. I have told you that there are people who are with special needs, differently abled people, and some different maybe somebody is has migrated, and so those are the various cases where there might be Aadhaar authentication failures, and then people might not get the money, and it is very very critical for them actually. See, food, so if they don't get the money in time, they will not be able to purchase it. With ration, at least they are assured that they'll get the food grains at their home and they can at least eat. So it is very very critical from that point of view also. And 2 to 3% exclusion errors reported in DBT pilots which were done as per the Niti Aayog report of 2018. Then market dependence, rural areas lack robust food markets, limiting access to quality grain. So supply side, and risk of misuse of cash for non-food purposes. So there is a risk that people will use this money for non-food purpose, like that maybe they'll use it for some bad habits. Maybe they will spend the money and they on alcoholism and other kinds of problems. So that risk is always there. Then transition challenges. Scaling DBT nationally requires phasing out PDS, risking disruption for 81 crore beneficiaries. Okay, so it is very very difficult to phase out PDS because for 81 crore people who are dependent on ration, it will be difficult to adopt a new system. And this is a huge amount. So maybe slowly it can be rolled out, but at a national level, it is difficult practically. Replacement of price subsidy. So implicit to explicit subsidies now. As I told you in the beginning, that this 23 rupees, which was the hidden cost, okay, the subsidy, which was implicit subsidy, now it becomes explicit. Explicit meaning open. People know it. It is a it is explicitly told. PDS involves implicit subsidies, that is government procures at MSP, sells at low CIP, this is central issue price, and DBT converts this to explicit cash transfers, making cost transparent and reducing market distortions. Example, in Chandigarh, beneficiaries received 20 to 25 rupees per kg, which is the difference between the market price and the PDS, market price minus PDS price, to buy grains. Okay, so in Chandigarh pilot, this was done. What were the pilot outcomes? Chandigarh and Puducherry pilots from 2015 to 18 showed reduced leakages but mixed beneficiary satisfaction due to market access issues. So even if you give people the money, they will say that there is no market access, and there is no availability of food grain, and where will we purchase it? It is so far away, and the ration shop was near our home. Now we have to go to the market, and there's so many issues. So we are not able to withdraw money. So there are actually infrastructure and logistical issues in the village area, so people are not able to get 100% benefit out of it. So satisfaction level is not 100%. Niti Aayog 2017 recommended hybrid models, okay, cash plus in-kind for vulnerable regions. So again, this can be tried. What are the various global examples? Is there any global case study? Yes. Brazil's Bolsa Familia. So this is a scheme of the Brazil. Conditional cash transfer improved nutritional outcomes. India could adopt similar conditions, linking DBT to nutritional purchases. Okay, so maybe we can say our people that if you purchase so many grams of protein in this form, or so many grams of these micronutrient vitamins in this form, then we'll give you this much amount. So that is a very very complicated system, but adopted in Brazil, and this can be a case study. You can quote this in your answer writing also. What are the key takeaways? DBT offers efficiency and choice. Okay, efficiency is there, choice is there, but requires strong digital and market infrastructure, obviously. Hybrid models and periodic transfers. Okay, hybrid model might work. Maybe in vulnerable area that we can have in-kind subsidy, or we can directly provide food grains there, and DBT in other areas. And periodic transfer adjustment are critical for inclusive food security. Okay, so this is very very important. So with this, I hope you have understood the concept of DBT, especially in the context of food subsidy. Okay, so how it can help, but there are various challenges also. So whenever any question comes on this, you have to focus more on the challenges, okay, practical aspects of it, and what are the possible solutions, what are the best practices in India as well as across the world. What were the findings of the pilot study in Chandigarh and Puducherry? That also can be quoted. And in the end, you have to obviously sum up with a way forward as to how we can go ahead, how step by step we can implement this as our economy grows, as our country develops, as people become richer, and as educationally, socially, politically they become stronger. The need for this subsidy will be reduced, and DBT can be brought in so that people get more choices and they can make more informed decisions. Okay, so we'll continue lesson number 7 in the next video also. Thank you.